Casey of Casey and the Sunshine Band. You're listening to Pavlina's Kidz Place.
So, hey everyone, this is Pavlina from Pavlina's Kidz Place. I'm on location at the Hard Rock Hotel in Hollywood, Florida, and I'm here with Casey of Casey and the Sunshine Band. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Nice to meet you.
Yes, nice to meet you too.
Yeah.
So, you started out you're in the music world when you were 17, working at a recording studio in Miami. What was probably going through your mind at that time?
I don't know. A lot of things are going through my mind because I had this dream, and I kind of had a gut feeling that it was going to happen. I just didn't know how it was going to happen. And I think I was in 12th grade in high school in Hialeah. And, you know, I was just thinking, you know, at the time there was the Vietnam War, so it was hard for males to really have any goals set because you didn't know if you would get called away to serve. So I was kind of in limbo at the time, although I had this idea in my head that I always wanted to be an entertainer. But about probably at that age, at 17, I was more concerned with whether I was going to be drafted or not and go to Vietnam. Or, you know, I mean, there wasn't much planning I felt I should do or do because who knows what would happen the next morning.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. So kids have all kinds of obstacles growing up. What obstacle did you have, and how did you overcome or deal with it?
I don't know if I ever remember having any obstacles. Life's an obstacle, you know what I mean? I'm sure there's always bumps in the road. I mean, it's just part of life. It's part of growing up. It's if you don't test something or try something and do something, you don't find out. I mean, you can either test it and find out the right way or the wrong way, or you can listen to someone's advice and save yourself that step.
Yes, that's true.
So I think, you know, I had great parents, and you know, they always gave me great values and stuff, and I kind of went with those, and you know, took some risk and stuff like that, and a lot of times they didn't turn out so great, you know. You know, I don't know if I really had any really obstacles. I mean, that I can think of.
Oh, that's good then. Okay. So your music, when you started out, it was kind of a combination of R&B, Latin, and funk. How did you come up with that? Because it's kind of an unusual mix. So.
Well, I mean, I grew up in South Florida, and I just took all the elements of different types of music that I liked and integrated them into this new sound or into my records. Yeah. And, you know, that's what came out of it. I'm Italian-Irish, so I have some Latin in me from the Italian part. And, you know, so it was basically just different ingredients from music that I liked, and I put it all into my music.
Nice, that's cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, creating a lot of cool songs that everyone knows around the world, like the words to each one. Do you have a favorite of your songs, and does one mean a lot to you, and why?
Wow. I mean, I don't know if I have a favorite. You know, I think some of my favorites might not have been my biggest hit records, but you know, I love them all. They're all different. They all have a different meaning. They all have a different moment in time for me, and. You know, I usually say, like, Get Down Tonight, because that was our first #1 record here in the United States as Casey and the Sunshine Band. I had one, you know, as a songwriter before that, but for me as an artist, that was our first record. And so I always kind of say that one, you know, that's my favorite. But I don't know if I really have a favorite. I don't think it's fair to have favorites. Yeah. Everybody and everything needs to be your favorite, right?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of my, if I ever ask that question to anyone else, they're always like, oh, my songs are kind of like my kids, so you can't really pick a favorite with it.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So who's the greatest person you ever met in your career?
Oh, my God, I met everybody. You know, like Lucille Ball from I Love Lucy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
oh gosh,
she was one of, you know, or, God, I've met everybody. You know, like Diana Ross from the Supremes and Cher and, you know, Whitney Houston and Beyonce. I mean, the list goes on. And Michael Jackson was a good friend of mine.
Oh, my gosh.
And, you know, and Janet and, golly, you know, I'm trying to think of all the people on my wall. Dolly Parton.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, she's a real good friend of mine. And Joan Rivers. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. So
that's just a small list.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh my gosh. that's cool. So, you have a new single called "I Can't Get You Out of My Mind" from your upcoming album. What's that been like?
It's been exciting for me. I feel like I've woken up from some kind of musical coma.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And all of a sudden, a year ago, all of a sudden, that, next year's my 40th anniversary.
Yeah.
So it was like a rebirth for me. It was like being born again, and like all those feelings I had 40 years ago started coming back out of my head and stuff musically.
Yeah.
And it's hard. My whole life, my whole career has been a little bit hard to explain because I know it's all a gift.
Yeah.
And the gift to me is sent down from above and from God. And so, I just feel those same juices, that same energy coming back into me that was there 40 years ago.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool. That must be a cool feeling, definitely.
It's a great feeling.
Yeah.
It's a great feeling. I'm very excited about it.
That's great. Okay. So, what are your upcoming plans and events?
Well, I have the new album coming out. I know next year I'm going on a cooking show with Paula Dean.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool.
So that's exciting.
Nice.
And there's some other things kind of in the works, and I don't want to talk about them because every time I do, like count on something or it falls through.
Oh, really?
So I don't want to jinx myself, but the new album's coming out, and I'm excited about that. And then, I'm touring. I'm going to tour until I can't do it anymore.
Nice.
And then, I'm going to enjoy my life here in beautiful Miami, where I was born.
Nice.
And, and be with my friends and my family and my animals, my 2 dogs and my duck.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool.
Yeah.
That must be fun to have a duck.
I do have a duck. His name is Miracle.
Oh, nice.
And kind of by accident, but
Oh, really?
yeah.
That's cool. I have 2 ducks and a couple chickens for my brother because he likes agriculture kind of stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Kind of random, but that's cool.
Well, my duck, this mother I live on a canal, and this mother had laid 18 eggs. And then one night, the next morning, we went out there, and the duck, she was dead, and I think a raccoon killed her or something. So I saw the eggs, and I tried to, rescue these eggs, and one of them hatched.
Oh, my gosh.
And so I have Miracle.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
That's good then. Okay. Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you.
Don't go.